Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. In this video, we are going to learn how to send ATG receipts over WhatsApp for NGO donations received via Razorpay. I have an NGO and my objective is that as soon as I'm going to receive a donation for my NGO via Razorpay, then I want to generate an ATG receipts for the donor and send them on WhatsApp, the same receipts. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up a connection between all these applications, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect works on two principles, trigger and action. So in trigger we are going to take Razorpay, and then in action we are going to take Google Docs and WhatsApp Cloud API through which I want to send WhatsApp message to all the donors. And we are going to automate this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect without any coding or programming skills. To learn the entire automation step by step, let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create and send ATG donor certificate or receipt with the donor on WhatsApp whenever there will be a donation received via Razorpay. So I have an NGO with a name as Humanity Across Borders, and my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a donation for my NGO via Razorpay payment page, then automatically an ATG receipt should be created for that same donor, and the receipt should be then sent automatically to the donor on WhatsApp. So for creating this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So Pabbly Connect will allow us to connect multiple applications such as Razorpay, Google Docs and WhatsApp in such a way that as soon as a payment will be received for donation via Razorpay, automatically an ATG certificate will be created for the donor, and then the certificate will be sent automatically on WhatsApp. Okay, so here we are going to create this automation step by step. This is the homepage of Pabbly Connect where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect. After coming here, we can find two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, I am clicking on sign in. And this is the all apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here on the dashboard, we can find all of our workflows which we have created. And we can also create folders here to save the workflows. Now to create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option. Let's do that. And here a dialog box will appear in front of us. So first of all, let us quickly give the name to this workflow. Create and send ATG certificates on WhatsApp for donations received via Razorpay for a particular NGO. Okay, so after giving the name, we can also select the folder in which we want to save this workflow. So I'm going to select NGO donation receipts automation folder, and now let's click on create. So as we have done that, we can find that two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. Now, as I told you that Pabbly Connect runs on two principles, trigger and action. So these two are the main concepts on which the entire automation runs. The trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now, let's suppose we are going to take Razorpay in our trigger and WhatsApp in our action. Now, let's suppose we are taking Razorpay in our trigger and Google Docs in our action. And we want that as soon as a new donation will be received via Razorpay, then automatically by using the response, an ATG certificate should be created for the donor in Google Docs. Okay, so here our action is a response towards our trigger, because when the trigger happens, that means when the payment is going to be captured from Razorpay, then only the receipt is going to be created, otherwise not. After understanding the concept, let's start creating the workflow step by step. So I have created a payment page in Razorpay with a name as Humanity Across Border. This is the page URL, and here are the details. So let me open the page. Okay, so these are the contributions which I have received up till date. Now I want that whenever I'm going to receive the payment through this particular page, then the workflow should get triggered automatically. So for that, we have to connect our Razorpay account with Pabbly Connect, and because we want that whenever the response will be captured, then the workflow should get triggered. So our trigger application will be Razorpay. Let us select that. Now we have to select the trigger event. So we want that whenever the payment will be captured in Razorpay, then the response should be captured, and with that response the workflow should get triggered. So this is our trigger event, payment captured. Now after selecting the application and the trigger event, here a webhook URL is provided to us along with some instructions. We need to follow the instructions step by step to connect our Razorpay account with Pabbly Connect. So first of all, let us copy the webhook URL, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what we are supposed to do. So I'm going to take you towards my Razorpay account account, and currently I'm working in a test mode. Okay, so here I have created payment pages. Now we have to go towards account and settings section from left side, and here we can find the option of webhooks. Let's select that, and now here we have to click on this add new webhook button to create a new webhook. Let's do that. Now we have to paste the webhook URL first of all in this particular field, and now if you want you can also provide a secret over here. And now we have to select the active events. So for this I'm going to take you back towards Pabbly Connect, and it is given in the instructions that we have to select payment captured from active event sections. Okay, so because we want that whenever the payment will be captured here in Razorpay, the response should be sent towards Pabbly Connect with the help of the webhook URL. So here we have selected all the details. Now we will click on create webhook, and the webhook is saved successfully. Okay, so now we will go back towards Pabbly Connect. It is showing waiting for webhook response already. This means that now we have to do a test submission so that the response could be captured over here. So how we are going to do that? I'm going to take you back towards Razorpay. We will go towards the payment pages, and this is my payment page, Humanity Across Borders. This is the URL of the page. Let us copy that, and I'm going to open it in a new tab, and the page is open in front of us. So now I'm going to make a test payment over here for the donation. Okay, so because I'm doing a test submission, therefore I'm going to enter all the dummy details. Let's start with a donation. Here I'm going to select donation for NGO. Okay, now I'm going to select the amount. The customer here can select the amount according to his or her choice, but it should be above 500. So I'm going to select 700 over here, let's say. Okay, now I'm going to enter the full name. Let's say the name of the donor is Smart User. I'm going to enter the email as well, a random email. Now the phone number, and done. Okay, so we have entered all the details. Now let's click on pay 700, and I'm going to choose card over here. I want to make the payment through card, and now I'm going to enter the card details. Again, because I'm making a test submission, therefore I'm going to enter all the dummy card details over here. So let's start with card number. This is a dummy card number, a random expiry date, card holder's name, okay, and a random CVV. Okay, done. Let's click on pay now, and now I'm going to enter the OTP, and we can find that the payment is successful. Okay, so when we have made the payment, let's go back towards Pabbly Connect, and we will wait for a few seconds over here, and we can find that we have received a response. In the response, we have received all the details. This is the status of the payment captured. This is the order ID. Here are the details of the donor, phone number, full name, email. This is the purpose of the payment, donation for NGO, and here are the details of the payment page. Now, when we have received this response, that means our connection between Razorpay and Pabbly Connect is perfectly successful. So now, whenever we are going to receive a payment in Razorpay, automatically we are going to receive the response here in Pabbly Connect of that payment. But in our case, we want that this workflow should continue only if we are receiving the payment as a donation for our NGO. Therefore, here we have to apply one condition. And to apply the condition in the action application, I'm going to select filter. Filter is an amazing feature by Pabbly which allows us to set conditions in the workflow according to our requirements. Here our action event will be filter values. Let's click on connect. And after building the connection, here we have to set the condition according to our choice. So I want that if the description of the payment received via Razorpay will be equal to NGO donation, then the workflow should continue further, otherwise not. Because we are going to receive multiple payments through Razorpay gateway. But here I'm going to create this automation for the donation purpose. So I'm going to select the label first of all. This is the response which we have received from Razorpay. I'm going to map the donation purpose. So here is the entity notes donation, which is donation for NGO. I'm going to select this payment entity notes donation for NGO, and when it will be equal to donation for NGO, then this workflow is going to continue further, otherwise not. So here we have mapped the data from our previous response. That means now we have made this dynamic. So anytime a new response will be captured from Razorpay, automatically the payment entity nodes is going to be replaced. And if that node will be equal to this donation for NGO, then the workflow is going to continue. And because I've entered the value donation for NGO manually, so it has become static. So it is not going to change with each and every response. In this way, we are going to test the workflow each time according to the condition which we have applied. Okay, now let's click on the save and send test request button, and we can find that our condition is true. Okay, so because our condition is true, the workflow is going to continue. Now my objective is to create an ATG certificate for the donor who has made the donation in NGO in Google Docs. So this is the template which I have created for ATG certificate, Humanity Across Borders Private Limited ATG donor certificate. This is for financial year cycle 23-24. Okay, here's the certificate number, here's the date, and this is the content. This is to certify that Humanity Across Borders Private Limited received a total amount of this from donor's name. Detail of the payment are given below. Here will be all the details. So you can notice that I have used curly brackets in some of the details details in this particular template. So wherever I want that data should get changed automatically according to each and every new response, there I have used curly brackets. So by using these curly brackets, I have made the details dynamic. That means they are now going to change with each and every new response. In this way, I'm going to send the same ATG donor certificate to all the donors, but in the personalized format. Okay. So now for creating the document, we have to connect Google Docs with Pabbly Connect. Let's move towards our action step. Once again, we will click on this add action step button. And here I'm going to select Google Docs as our action application. And now we have to select the action event. So our action event will be create document from template. Okay, now let's click on connect. From the given options, I'm going to go with the existing connection as I've already built a connection with my Google Docs account. If you want to create a new connection, then you have to click on this add new connection and then you have to click on sign in with Google. So let's click on save. And our Google Docs is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. Now let's move further. Here we have to enter the details in these fields to create a document. Okay. First of all, we have to select the template document which we have created. The name of my template is Humanity Across Borders ATG certificate. So I'm going to select the same. So here is my template selected. Now we have to give the name to our template. With what name we want to create the document? I want to create these receipts with the name of the donor. So I'm going to enter the name of the document as ATG certificate for, and I'm going to map the name of the donor who has made the payment here in the place of names so that it can change each time. So this is the name smart user. I have mapped that and done. Now we have entered the name of the document. Now we have to select the document's location. So I'm going to select the location of the document as new post. Okay, now we have to select the certificate number, date, amount, and all the details which we want in the document to be changed. So this will be the certificate number. Here we have to enter a certificate number which is unique for each and every donor. So I am going to enter order ID over here as the certificate number which we have received from Razorpay response. Okay, this is order ID. I'm going to map it and done. Now the next is the date. So let's check whether we have received the date or not. Yes, we have received the date as well as time on which the payment is made, but it is in the timestamp format. So I'm going to change this format of date in the date, month and year format. And for doing that, we have to apply one more action step over here. Let's click on this add action step button and we will select date time formatter in our action application. So with the help of date time formatter, we are going to format our date according to our requirements. Okay, now our action event will be format date with time zone. Let us click on connect. And now here we have to enter the date which we want to format. So here we will simply map the timestamp which we have received from Razorpay response because we want to change it. Now here it is asking us in which format you have received the date. So this is in timestamp format. Let's select the format. This is timestamp. Now it is asking in which format you want the date. So I want in the simple format, date, month and year format. Okay, done. From which time zone you want to change the date. So I'm going to select the same time zone which is already selected. And I want to change the time zone into Asia Kolkata because in India we follow Asia Kolkata as time zone. So I've selected this. Now let's click on save and send test request button. And we can find that we have received the response. In the response, we have received the correct format of date. Now I'm going to use this date in order to map the data over here. So in the date field, let us map the formatted date. Okay, here also we have a date field. Let us map the date here also. Okay, now we have to map the amount. So let's check what amount we have received. If you remember, while making the test payment, I have entered 700 over there. But here we can find that in the response, we have received 70,000. That means 2 zeros are extra in this particular amount. So every time when we are going to receive a response from Razorpay, in the amount 2 zeros will be extra. Okay, so to remove those 2 zeros and make the amount in the actual format, we have to add one more action step over here. That will be number formatter. Let us click on this add action step button once again, and here we are going to select number formatter as our action application. With the help of this, we are going to format the date, and now here in the action event, we are going to select perform math operation. Okay, let's click on connect. So I'm going to basically divide the amount with 100 so that 2 zeros could be removed from that amount. Here we have to enter the number which we want to divide. So I want to divide the amount which we have received, 70,000. And because I want to divide it with 100, so I have to enter comma 100 over here. It is given in the example that if let's suppose you want to add 100 with 200, so you have to enter 100 over here, then you have to enter a comma and then you have to enter 200. And now we are going to select the operation which we want to perform. So I want to perform divide over here. So let us select divide, and now let's click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, we can find that here we have received the response. In the response, we have received the correct format of the amount. So let's move further and we will map this amount now. So in the amount section, let us map 700. Done. Because we have mapped this number, it is going to change each time. And don't worry, I'm definitely going to attach the link of this workflow in the description of the video, so you can use the same workflow which I am creating over here. Now let's move further. Here we have to enter the name of the donor. Okay, so we will simply map the name now. This is the name of the donor, smart user, and here will be the order ID. So let us map the order ID once again. So we have mapped all the details. Now let's click on Save and Send Test Request button. And we can find that here we have received the response. In the response, we have received all the details along with the document ID. This means that the document is created in Google Docs. So let's go and check. And yes, here we can find that a new document is recently created over here with a name as ATG certificate for smart user. Let me open it and check whether all the details are exact or not. So here we can find that in certificate number, the order ID is automatically attached. Here is the date. Here are all the details, the name of the donor, the amount, invoice ID, as well as the date. Okay, so this means that our workflow is perfectly successful up till now. So now we will move further. Our next objective is to send this receipt to the donor on WhatsApp. So for that, first of all, we have to convert this particular document into a PDF link. And for doing that, I'm going to go back towards Pabbly Connect. We will add one more action step. And now I'm going to make this document shareable with the help of link through Google Drive. Okay, so here we are going to select Google Drive in our action application once again. And here in the action event, we will select share file with anyone. Okay, let's click on connect. Now I'm going to go with the existing connection only, as I've already built a connection with my Google Drive account. To create a new connection, you have to click on this add new connection and then you have to click on sign in with Google. Okay, now let me click on save. And after building the connection, here we have to enter the file ID which we want to make shareable. So we have to keep in mind that we have to make the file ID dynamics so that it could change with each and every new response. Therefore, we are going to turn this mapping button on. Here is the file ID. I'm going to remove the existing data from here and I will simply map the ID which we have received from Google Docs response. This is the document ID. Let's click on Save and Send Test Request button. And we can find that here we have received the response. In the response, we have received that now this document could be sent to anyone with link. So in the response, we have received multiple links. We are going to use the PDF link which we have received. And when we are opening this link, we can find that the document is open. Okay, so let's go back towards Pabbly Connect. And now here we are going to send this particular document to our donor on WhatsApp. So let's click on this add action step button. For sending WhatsApp message to the donors along with a link of the certificate, I am going to use WhatsApp Cloud API, with the help of which I'm going to send a template message along with the document link to the donor. Okay, so we are going to connect WhatsApp Cloud API in our action application now. And now we have to select the action event. So our action event will be send template message. Let's click on connect, and now from the given options, I am going to select add new connection. If you already have an existing connection, you can also go with that. Now, when we have clicked on this add new connection, we have to enter three details: token, phone number ID, and WhatsApp business account ID. So from where we are going to find all these details. First of all, in order to get them, we have to set up our WhatsApp Cloud API account. And then after doing that, we will find all these details under Metaphor Developers. So this is the app dashboard of WhatsApp Cloud API under Metaphor Developers. And from the left side in API setup, here we can find all the details. So if you want to learn the full API setup of WhatsApp Cloud API, then you can also go and check the video on our YouTube channel. Now here, first of all, let us copy the token. We will go back and paste it over here in this field. The next is phone number ID. Let us paste it over here. And at last, we will copy the WhatsApp business account ID and paste it over here. Done. Let's click on save. So here we can find that our connection between WhatsApp Cloud API account and Pabbly Connect is perfectly successful. So we will move further. Here we have to enter the details in these fields to send the WhatsApp message. First of all, we have to select our template name. So I have already created a template for sending messages to my donors. Here is the template name, ATG certificates. Let me open it and show you. So this is the preview of the message which I'm going to send. Thank you for your contribution, dear Rami. We are grateful for your valuable contributions towards NGO. Please check the link of ATG certificate of your donation attached below. Certificate link regards humanity across borders. So in the header, I have used a text. Thank you for your contribution. You can use the header according to your choice. Whatever you're going to select in the header is going to be shown in the bold in the message. Okay. And in the place of name and the link of the certificate, I have used two variables. So wherever in the template we are going to use variables, the details of that place are going to be changed automatically. Okay. So now with each and every new response, the name and the link is going to be changed, and in this way we are going to send the same template message to all the persons on WhatsApp without any manual efforts, but in the personalized format. Okay, so I have created the template, and once you will create your template, you also have to send it for approval, and when it will be approved, you can use it in order to send WhatsApp messages to multiple people. Now my template is approved, so I'm going to select the same. Here ATG certificate, the name of my template is selected correctly, and when we will select the name of the template, the language code as well as the template ID will also be selected automatically. Now we have to enter 3 details over here: recipient mobile number and the body field. So first of all, we have to enter the number on which we want to send the message. So we want to send the message to the person who has made the donation, and in the response we have received the phone number of that person. So we will map that. Now we have to map the body fields. Now in these fields we have to enter the values of the variables which we have used in the template. So I have used 2 variables in my template. First is for name and the other is for link. So first of all, I'm going to map the name of the donor. Okay, and in the body field too, I'm going to map the link of the document. Okay, done. Now let's click on save and send test request button. But before that, because I have used a dummy phone number while making the payment, to send a real message, I'm going to enter my real phone number. Okay, and now I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And we can find that we have received the response over here, and in the response we have received the status as accepted. That means the message is sent on the number which we have entered. So let's go and check on WhatsApp. And we can find that yes, we have received the message over here. Thank you for your contribution, dear smart user. We are grateful for your valuable contribution towards our NGO. This is the certificate link. Let us open it in a new tab. And yes, the certificate is open. Now, this means that our workflow is perfectly successful. So we will check this workflow once again. I am going to make a new payment in Razorpay. Let me open the link of the page in a new tab. And now when I'm going to make the payment with another details, we will see that automatically without any manual efforts, within seconds, an ATG certificate will be generated in Google Docs, and that same will be sent on WhatsApp to the user. Okay, so we will select the donation. Here I'm going to enter the amount, let's say 1000. Here I'm going to enter the full name, dummy user. Here I'm going to enter the email, let's say, and at last the phone number. Okay, now I'm going to make the payment. I will select the card details, and the payment is made. So as soon as we have made the payment over here, let's go and check whether we are receiving the message for this particular donor or not. Okay, so because in the workflow I have entered my phone number, so I'm going to receive the message on my number only for each and every new response. Let's go and check. And yes, here we can find that we have received the message once again. This is for dummy user, and here is the ATG certificate link. Okay, this means that our workflow is running perfectly fine. So let's summarize what we have done here in the workflow. So we have taken very simple steps. In trigger, we have taken Razorpay. In action, we have taken filter by Pabbly, date time formatter, number formatter, Google Docs, Google Drive, and WhatsApp Cloud API. And we have connected all of them without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect in such a way that now whenever we are going to receive a new payment in Razorpay, automatically if that payment will be made for the donation purpose for our NGO, the workflow is going to trigger. And as soon as the workflow is going to trigger, automatically an ATG certificate will be generated in Google Docs for the donor, and then the same certificate will be sent on WhatsApp to that donor without any manual efforts along with the link of the certificate. Okay, this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many other applications by using Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can directly reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask any pricing related issue, then you can directly reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful in any way, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also, please like our videos and subscribe our channel to learn more such automations.